Hey guys, Ben here from the Fibreglass Factory. Today I'm going to show you a piece of art that we're making a mould off. Before we do that, if you could do us a favour and hit the subscribe button, that'd be fantastic. So here we have a piece of art that we're doing for a client. We're just about to demould it, and once we've demolded it, it's going to go to the client. He's going to create the pieces out of concrete. So this is fiberglass moulds for concrete pouring. How we've gone about this is the customer gave us a pattern and said, hey, can you make a mould off this? We've made it in 6 pieces. We ended up using gel coat just to seal the pattern. Then we put down our fiberglass release agents, and then we put our own sort of red tooling gel coat down, and then we started the layup. This layup sequence we used, we started with bog and pushed fibres into it. That was to try and give it some strength because bog's not strong at all. There's a lot of crevices through here. It's a little bit hard to see because there's 9 layers on the mould, but the crevice is about 10 mils apart, and there's all these ripples all the way through it. So there'll be a lot of detail that'll come out when we're making it out of concrete. We've got a million different little intricacies here. Run it past the customer. He was happy if we just put bog in there. Normally shouldn't be using bog in a mould. The way we mix the bog is just with resin and talcum powder. We actually use a 50-50 mix of gel coat, resin and talcum powder. The reason we use gel coat in it is because it's got a shorter gel time, so it actually goes off the right rate for us. In summer we'll use like a 25 gel coat to 75% resin. On a really hot day we'll just use straight resin. The alternative would be to use long strands of gun roving and run it through every single joint here. Or the other way you could do it is you could use tissue and put tissue over it first, but there's not substantial strength in tissue anyway. The gun roving is a better way of doing it. It would produce a stronger mould, but there's be so much time involved in that. So yeah, we did 225, then we did a sequence of 3 layers of 450, another 3 layers of 450 and 2 450. Then we glassed these steel frames in, which the customer supplied to us, and that's going to be really good for when we're pulling this thing out. I'm expecting to pull this out with a vehicle, so that's going to be interesting. We were really careful when we flanged this thing up to make sure that there wasn't going to be any locks in it, so when we go to pull it out, it'll come out all right. There's been a lot of hours going to this, but customer's over the moon, and he's going to be even more happy once he builds his concrete parts out of these moulds. All right, I hope that's helpful to you. Thanks very much for watching. See you on the next video.